This week on Planet Cruise Weekly, we are looking at Marella Cruises' Marella Explorer. And she's got 10 different restaurants and 10 different bars, including the first champagnes at sea, amazing, a gin and whiskey tasting bar, and some balconies even coming with their own hammocks, which is pretty legendary if you ask me. So there's loads of exciting things that we're going to look at today about Marella Explorer. So, Marella Cruises were known before, if you're getting still used to this, because it just takes me a while, as Thomson Cruises, and they're part of the Tui kind of umbrella brand. They are veterans of creating a truly British style on board cruise ships. Really, really well loved, with a massively high passenger return rate as well. And when they launched Explorer in May 2018, she became the largest ship in the fleet, just under 2,000 passengers in total, I think 1,924. And the fleet as a whole is billed as all-inclusive, which is great in that the alcoholic and now non-alcoholic beverages, food and the tips are all included for that initial cost of the cruise, which is really good value. But before we get into the episode proper, do make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can receive updates and find out when new material on this wonderful channel is being launched. It's really, really simple. Ding, dong.
Done. Now on board Marella Explorer, there are 10 restaurants, half of which are free. So included in your fare, along with the Marketplace and Snack Shack, are Latitude 53, we've got Mediterranean pizza, tapas and Vista's Italian cuisine. So a cover charge gets you the likes of Surf and Turf, you've got the Steakhouse, Umi Sushi, and the French extravaganza of the Dining Club. So we're going to look into each of these venues now in a bit more detail.
This is the main dining room, and it's an open sitting restaurant with no fixed dining times. And although you can make a reservation, you can essentially just turn up and sit where you want. Now there are a wide variety of different tables with plenty of two-tops should you not wish to sit with anyone and just sit there staring into the eyes of your nearest and dearest. In terms of dietary restrictions, there are always vegetarian and gluten-free dishes available, and wait staff always ask ahead of your meal, which is really, really handy. Now you can dine here for breakfast, for lunch, when not in port, and dinner, which is always a 3-course extravaganza. Now mains will include 3 always available dishes. Now there's a grilled fish of the day, grilled chicken, and also a really handy vegetarian dish.
Now within Latitude 53 is a separate space called Vista. Now this serves exclusively Italian cuisine, which is exceptionally good for a free restaurant. So the menus are divided into starters, mains, and of course not forgetting desserts as well, but with lots of other options available to turn this into a multi-course meal. Now this includes your salads, your sides, you've got sharing dishes, and various different pasta dishes as well, which can be served into smaller portions. Now they're also extremely obliging and helpful in terms of your dishes, so offering to serve taster and sharing portions. Now amongst the excellent options is the pappardelle carbonara, which is made tableside in a giant parmesan wheel.
The ship's buffet restaurant is called the Marketplace and offers a good selection of UK favourites all day long, with plenty of window view seating. And there are plenty of self-serve options, including some excellent cooking stations serving made-to-order omelettes and stir-fries and pasta. When I was on board, at the time, what was called Thomson Celebration, of course, now would be under the Marella brand. Oh my word, the pasta stations there were incredible, and I'd be there every single lunchtime. The pounds were adding on. It was really good. But nowadays, well, they also got self-serve wine, there's the red and the white there, and also beer dispensers at the drink stations.
One of my favourites, the Mediterranean, it serves some alternative dishes to the Marketplace and provides as much quieter area to eat, either indoors or outdoors. Now here, you're going to find your fresh pizza, your cooked-to-order pasta, and tapas as well, style offerings.
The other inclusive dining option is the Snack Shack. Set brightly amongst coloured Margate-inspired beach huts, this poolside venue serves up hot dogs, burgers, and fish and chips, as well as a selection of ready-made sandwiches and fruit pots.
Now for all you foodies, the Dining Club is the place to be. It offers a gourmet-style experimental French eatery with a touch of molecular gastronomy. Check that out. Now you'll find a delicious tasting menu on offer with drinks tailored to each dish, to really enhance your flavour of your experience.
This Pan-Asian restaurant featuring dishes from the renowned chef Ian Pendley, who runs a restaurant called the House of Ho in London, is without doubt my personal favourite. It's a small menu and includes some great choices, including a scallop and crab dumpling, which is just really good, a trout and mango salad, the Chilean sea bass, and the shaking beef.
Now the Surf and Turf Steakhouse with its open kitchen adds a bit of theatre to your dining. You've got sharing boards that lead into the main star, which is the prime cuts of your Angus steaks. You've got your sirloin, your fillets. My favourite, the porterhouse, as well as meats such as lamb, beef short rib and tuna steak. Now, there's even a vegetarian option, and of course you have to leave room for pudding because the cheesecake is sublime.
Now this is a new addition for Marella Cruises and it's called Umi Sushi. It's a sushi counter where you can sit up with plenty of seating all around, where you'll find expertly prepared sushi, sashimi and nigiri rolls that are prepared as you watch, as well as some really melt in the mouth beautiful dim sum, and also teriyaki chicken, there's miso soup and duck spring rolls. Oh, I'm getting hungry.
The teriyaki chicken, yum.
Really good. And the best thing is it's delicious and it's inexpensive.
So Marella have been admired for their professional and super friendly entertainment offerings, and Explorer just marks another step forward. Now, during the day, the entertainment crew are up by the pool deck in the central podium, pretty much organising pool games, activities and fun competitions as well. Now, they'll also host a sail away, and you can find live music up during the day as well.
There's a cinema which shows family-friendly films during the day, as well as health seminars. And also there's a gamers lounge with video games. The Squid and Anchor, which is their kind of pub on board, plays host to various quizzes every afternoon. And of course there's bingo, and of course there's shuffleboard and sports competitions which take place up on the deck. You'll find a swimming pool, a main swimming pool, up on board on the top deck. Plus there's a kids splash pool, slightly smaller but perfect for the kids. And there's hot tubs and also a huge outdoor cinema screen, which they show movies on in the evenings, sometimes on sea days. So lots to do.
There's also a large, well-equipped theatre called the Broadway Show Lounge with a rolling rota of 12 shows. So even if you're on a fortnight cruise, you can see something different almost every night. It's not just variety either. The list includes Rockology, which is a tribute to Fleetwood Mac and other bands. You've got Bud's Diner, so a tribute to the 50s, and festivals, so musics from Woodstock to Glastonbury, plus soul musicals, even a family-friendly sing-song. Now, another point to note is that the Explorer has bow to stern Wi-Fi. It's fast and reasonably priced.
There are 10 different bars on board Explorer, from the airy feel of the Mediterranean terrace to the curious bar 53, which is a slim bar with a pianist and seats facing a shimmering wall. Now the lounge is a piano bar with the bar itself snaking around the centre, while the Squid and Anchor features, as we mentioned before, bands and quizzes and karaoke, along with a smaller section called the Gin and Whiskey Tasting Bar. And this is brilliant because it allows you to choose various gins and mixers and also whiskies and taste them and get to experience them. And there's a huge renaissance going on across the UK, isn't there?
Everyone's loving gin.
Everyone's loving gin, so it really buys into that. Then you've got the Shack, which overlooks the main pool, and that serves frozen cocktails alongside the pool bars. That's where you'd be, wouldn't you?
That's where I'd be, yeah.
You're a pina colada kind of girl.
No, strawberry daiquiri.
Oh, strawberry, I apologise.
Yeah, strawberry daiquiri.
Strawberry daiquiri. So probably my favourite area as bars go on board is right at the front of the ship, right on the top.
Yeah.
And it's called the Indigo Bar, Club, Lounge and Casino. And what I really, really love about it, Kim, is the fact that it really pushes cocktails. And there's a really good, exciting list. So you've got gin and tea time, which is basically a gin-based cocktail but served in a cup and saucer.
Cool.
Awesome. There's also one called Great Balls of Fire, which is a whiskey-based, and there's kind of loads of smoke, like dry ice almost coming up the top of it. And there's one called Nagasaki Sour, which is kind of like yellow, really kind of bright and colourful. Plus there's a dance floor. So around all this really cool seating, there's a dance floor, and you've got this virtual DJ setup called the Emulator on this little podium right in the centre. So it's really set up for a really kind of youthful, fun, trendy, energetic night.
Kids on Explorer are embraced and welcomed rather than tolerated. Now, although there is a dedicated kids club on board, the thinking is keeping families doing the things together rather than spending the day apart. So there's more of an emphasis on your family activities. So you've got your kids' discos, for example, your family discos. And if you go to any of the restaurants, you've got your dedicated kids menus.
Now, of course, if your little ones do want to attend and use the hosted clubs on board, then the 3 to 11-year-olds can attend something called the M Club. Now, the programme is designed with age-appropriate activities such as arts and crafts, storytelling, ship exploration and theme days such as Pirates and Knights.
Oh, wow.
And I know, good fun, huh? And there are plenty of facilities in the room, like large TV screens for movie nights, there's board games and books that can be borrowed. And for the under 3s, there's a soft playroom, which is a stay and play facility for parentally supervised activities. In other words, you can take your under 3-year-olds there and spend time with them in a special area just for you.
Teens get their own room, the Hideout, which is high up on deck 14. Now it's open from 9 AM to midnight and is lightly supervised. Now the Hideout has a raised area for watching movies. It's got beanbags, air hockey, your VR sets, and a late night disco. Now, programme activities might include quizzes, an award ceremony, theme games. Now, the M Crew team might also run crazy golf tournaments, various sports at the sports courts, such as basketball.
Marella has teamed up with one of the UK's best known spa brands, Champneys, to offer the first Champneys at sea. Now, the spa and gym take up the whole of the front of deck 11. And it features a huge thermal suite and 13 treatment rooms, including 2 couples treatment rooms, very nice for his and hers, some with sea views. And there's also a salon for hair, nails and beauty treatments.
That's where I'll be.
Yeah, me too.
The main thermal suite, which is one of the best at sea and has a central shower area with different types of showers, steam rooms, herbal sauna, hammam rooms, a dunk bucket room with ice. You've got several relaxation rooms with a mix of hanging chairs and loungers. Now, there's also an enormous sauna with floor-to-ceiling windows affording beautiful views.
There's also a well-equipped fitness centre, which is on the port side, and that's accessed separately from the spa. It's a good sized space, with bikes and treadmills, and there's also a space there for weights and a separate room for classes. And those classes include your usuals that you'd find: yoga, spin, and Pilates, which is really good for the core.
Now the line has gone for an understated look and feel, so your light browns, beiges, your burnt orange colour palette throughout. Now this results in elegant and stylish, and all come with the expected basics. So you've got your safe, your hairdryers, your flat screen TVs and so much more. Now there's also some brand new family cabins on Explorer and a large amount of interconnecting cabins across all categories.
It's worth noting that all the cabins across all the categories are generous in size. There are a lot of insides and outsides that offer up to 4 people staying in one cabin, and that's of course with the Pullman bed option, which is the pull down bed. So lots of good accessible options thrown in there as well, which is very, very important. Interestingly, there are 2 types of balcony cabins. One with a larger balcony, which are new to the line and come in at 16 square metres apiece, each with a 12 square metre balcony boasting a hammock and a small table and 2 chairs. Love the sound of that.
Nice.
Laying in your hammock on a sea day.
What more could you want?
What more could you want? There are also some 20 square metre family cabins, all at the aft of the ship, meaning they enjoy wonderful views of the wake, including what is called Premier Service, with the following perks. You get priority check-in, you get a free pressing service, which is to do with your clothes, not you being pressed, and free continental breakfast in bed on one day of the cruise. Very nice.
For the suites, you've got 2 types. You've got your junior and your executive. Now, both come with large balcony spaces, coffee machines, and Clarence toiletries.
Very nice. Now, I know we've mentioned a lot of different types of cabin there, and with all the different types, it can be a little bit confusing, but that's why we are here for you. So if you would like to book a cruise on Marella Explorer, all you need to do is call the number on the screen to talk to one of our many experts, or you can go straight to the deal that I've left in the description for you, and just click the link there. Marella Cruises are definitely one of my favourite cruise lines. And I'm a bit biased. I mean, I worked for them for about 7 years, so you know that probably tips it as well. But having cruised with them, they're so good for the whole family. So this has been really, really, really fun. I'm Keith Maynard. This is the lovely Kim. Keep cruising. Hi everyone, thanks very much for watching the video. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe below, and remember to click the bell to get those notifications turned on. And if you're looking for more fantastic travel content like this, then click on the videos to the right. It will be really, really informative. Or you can click on the planet logo to the left and go to our website for some really fantastic deals. Thanks for watching.